Simple Improvision Lesson 2, focusing on basic chord progression and chord patterns. The two accompaniment that we'll be learning today is the Triad Accompaniment and the broken chord accompaniment, also known as Alberti bass. This is a simple chord progression playing on the primary chord 1, 4, 5, 1. Chord 1 is actually a tonic chord, chord 4 subdominant chord, chord 5 dominant chord. For those who are doing theory, you might find this very familiar because this is actually based on your degrees of scale, your tonic, your supertonic, your median, and so on and so forth. For simplicity's sake, I'm going to focus on C major. So chord 1 is actually your C major triad, C, E, G. Chord 4 is your F major triad, F, A, C. Chord 5, your G major triad, G, B, D. This is a score on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, arranged for simpler improvisation. You realize that this C chord is actually root position, as we see in the top left hand corner, and then followed by F/C, which is your second inversion on your F chord, and so on and so forth. Now the triad accompaniment is very easy, and actually the chords are only sounded on the first and third beat of this arrangement. Each chord is a minim, and to minimize unnecessary hand movement, inversions are used on chord F and G, mainly F/C and G/B. This is how the triad accompaniment will actually look like if it's written out on the score. As you can see, they are in triads. Now let's go back to the score, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm going to hear how this accompaniment actually sounds like. Moving back to the scores, you can see that in certain bars, I have the notation changing. Now with the change of notation, that actually indicates a change of chords. So, you see a change in notation, change your chords. Now the next chord progression is broken chords. As suggested by the name, the chord is actually broken up into individual notes and played in succession. So in this simple arrangement, it's actually going to be played in quavers. For C chord, you start on C, followed by G, E, G. So it's G/B, starting on B, G, B, G, and then F chord/C, starting on C, A, F, A, and this is going to be how the accompaniment will look like if it's actually written on the score itself. So now let's go back to the score and let's listen to how this accompaniment will actually sound like. And with that, we conclude today's lesson. Next lesson will be on extended broken chord accompaniment and your arpeggios accompaniment.